What's going on, everybody? Matt with Patriot Comics here. So I just picked up a comic book collection today. There is a huge stack of comics, and there's also a huge stack here of Conan magazines. So that's really cool. Definitely going to go through those because I don't know much about them. But I have all of these comics here to go through. I'll let you know exactly how many books there are, what I paid, and what we'll find. I mean, we'll go through all the books. I did spot some key books, which I'm excited about. I'm going to go ahead and organize all these and do a little cleanup. I might even press a couple of them, and I'm going to throw them all in bags and boards. So stay tuned, and we'll be right back. All right, so I ended up getting everything sorted. That's a big pile of all different random stuff, and then I have some Marvel Tales, some different X-Men related, X-Factor, Spectacular Spider-Man, and a nice stack of Uncanny X-Men. Let's take a look at what I got, some of the better books, and then I'll let you know exactly what I paid. Stay tuned. So let's start off with Daredevil. A nice little run. So let's see here. We have issue 194, and then it jumps to 231. And then we have a key here, first appearance of Nuke. That's issue 232, awesome American flag cover. And we got issue 233, 234, 235. Awesome anniversary border cover, 236. And then a nice little book here, 238, and 239, and 240. 241. It skips 242 and goes right to 243, as well as 244, and then up to 246, 247, and then it jumps to the first appearance of Bullet, which is issue 250, and 251, and 252. So nice little run. Now let's move to just a couple random books. There was a King Size Annual, Conan number 5. Pretty cool book. Not a key, nothing special. I just like these, just the cool art. Cole the Destroyer, number 21. And then Cole the Conqueror, number 3. Really nice artistic cover there. We got Red Sonja, number 8. And that's from like a second or third series, maybe second volume, something like that. Sergeant Fury and his Howling Commandos, 159. Invaders, or just issue 25, I should say. And then this is pretty cool, too. This is Marvel Age number 38. And this was when Marvel gained the publishing license to Masters of the Universe. So it's in pretty decent shape, this book. You know, most of these books here are pretty nice for the most part. You know, higher end of mid-grade. So that's pretty nice compared to some of these books in this stack here, or in this collection, were in pretty rough shape. All right, so let's jump to Spectacular Spider-Man. We had a Spectacular Annual number 6, and then we're just going to go real fast because there's a lot of them. 215, and this is actually a minor key. Third cameo of Foreigner. Really cool Doctor Strange cover. Also had issue 216, which could have been like a $40 book. Awesome Sabretooth cover. And this is like the first full appearance of Foreigner. But this book is stained and just messed up. I'm going to work on this one just to try to clean it up as best as I can. There's no rips or anything. It's just needs like 4 pressings and heavy-duty cleaning. So I'm going to work my magic on that one. All right, jump into 217. 218, 219. Oh, I mean 119, not 200, 100. Excuse me. 120, 121, 122, 123, 124, 125, 126. It just keeps on going. 27, 28, 29, and then it skips 130 and it goes up to 131, which is Kraven's Last Hunt Part 3. A little minor key, I guess you could say, in that run. And then another little minor key, 132, Kraven's Last Hunt Part 6. And then let's move these out of the way real quick. 135, 137. Pretty cool cover with a Jesus on there. Pretty interesting. 139, 142. So it skips a little bit here. 143. This is a first appearance of Carlos Lobo. Awesome Punisher cover. Really cool cover here. Not a key, but just a cool Spidey all chained up. 146. I mean, there's only a couple issues that are missing in this whole run here. 148, 149, 150. No, that's not a key. Tombstone cover, 151. Lobos Brothers, 152. More Tombstone in 153. Puma in 154. More Tombstone in 155. 156 with Banjo. Is that the first appearance of Banjo? No, I don't know. And 158. This is another key where Spidey gains cosmic powers. And last but not least, 159. And then there's a couple more here that I just didn't get in bags and boards. 161, 162, 187, cool Vulture cover. 188, another cool Vulture cover, and 205. So, need some more bags and boards. Alright, so that's all the Spectacular Spider-Man, all the Daredevil, and a couple of the miscellaneous books. So, next batch of comics we have here are all Alpha Flight. There's a big run of Alpha Flight. I'm just going to go through them real fast because, you know, there's really no big money books in here. This one, First Talisman, in high grade, it's like an $18 book, but that's like mid-grade. Couple other books here, 21, 22. It didn't have any of the low numbers. It started, what was that, on 12. But, you know, it didn't have Alpha Flight number 1, which would have been cool. But just a handful of these books here, 28, 29, 30. And then one of these is like in high grade. First appearance, Heather Hudson as Vindicator. In high grade, it's, you know, 10, 20 bucks, but nothing too crazy here. This is first appearance of Yuriko Oyama as Lady Deathstrike, issue 33. In high grade, that's like a $20 book, but that's still like a mid-grade book. Alpha Flight 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, awesome cover, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, and 47. So a bunch of Alpha Flight books. They're all mid-grade, you know, good reader copies. Next, we have a bunch of X Factor. So, let's see here. I didn't have issue number 1, but it had issue number 2, number 3, or I'm sorry, number 4, number 8, number 9, and number 10. Cool cover. That's actually the second full appearance of Apocalypse, so that's a cool book. 11, 13, 14. This one, 15. This is first partial team appearance of the Horsemen, where Angel's wings are amputated. In high grade, that's like a $15 book or so. That's kind of like the higher end of mid-grade. Some of these are low grade. That one's pretty low. Issue 18. Issue 19, cool book here. This is awesome second cover appearance of Apocalypse. First team appearance of the Horsemen, but still only in mid-grade. Another cool book here, X Factor 24. First appearance of Angel as the Horseman Death. First cover appearance, second appearance. But a really cool cover. Another cool Apocalypse book, X Factor 25. And that's third appearance of Angel as the Horseman Death. The X Factor 26, where they debut the new costumes. Pretty cool book. 39, and then annual number 1. The best key in here, unfortunately, there wasn't number 6, which is the first appearance of Apocalypse. Number 7. But I did have, they did have number 5, which is the first cameo of Apocalypse. He's on the last page, and really cool book. This isn't decent grade. Like, maybe an 8.5 or so. But pretty cool. That's a nice little key book there. It's like a $20 book maybe. All right, so a bunch of X Factor, and then a bunch of Alpha Flight, and then let's see here, just a bunch of random stuff. This book is actually really cool. This is the What the series, and this is number 10, the Christmas special. And this book actually has the first cameo appearance of Bart Simpson in comics. That's kind of a cool little book there. I never really knew about that one. And then a bunch of other what does. We got number 1, number 2, number 4, number 5, number 6. These are just kind of like funny books. Number 7, and then we have a couple what ifs. What if Punisher became Captain America, 51. What if 35. This one's actually in really nice shape. This one's kind of funny. What if no one was watching The Watcher, number 34. What if Phoenix rose again, issue 33. What if Punisher's family hadn't been killed, issue number 10. A couple West Coast Avenger books, 11, 10, and 6. Also, Bill and Ted's excellent comic book, issue number 8. Pretty cool there. Just 2 Punisher books, number 18 with a cool Punisher, a cool Kingpin cover. Another cool Kingpin book, number 16. Uncanny X-Men Annual, number 11. And X-Men Volume 2, issue number 3. Pretty cool books there. We're just going to go real fast because there's nothing too crazy. So one of the keys that was pretty cool in this collection was New Mutants 26, first appearance of Legion. Unfortunately, the cover, is okay. Cover, you would say it's like maybe a 5.0 or a 6.0, but the back is ripped, unfortunately. So it's got a ripped back cover, but pretty cool to find first appearance of Legion. And then just a couple other miscellaneous. We have this limited series of Submariner, and that's the first in the series. And then we have a Silver Surfer 36, Avengers 272, just a bunch of random stuff here. Marvel Tales 216, Marvel Tales 209, and then Marvel Tales 203 here. Cool Craven cover. Marvel Tales 202, Marvel Tales 197, and issue 195. So a couple miscellaneous, and also a couple other cool keys that were in here. I'm actually in the process of I'm going to clean and press all of these. They're pretty rough. I'm just pressing them just to give them a little bit more, appeal. Long Shot number 3, and then Long Shot number 1. In high grade, that's like a $30 book, but unfortunately, it's in rough shape. The only DC book that was in this entire lot, and it's Superman number 4, first appearance of Bloodsport. So that was kind of cool. And one ROM book, number 75. It's like a little minor key in that run, but it's like the death of 2 characters. Nothing crazy. So those were pretty cool. And then we're going to get into the Uncanny X-Men. So I'm going to show you a couple cool books that I actually didn't bag and board because I'm working on pressing and cleaning these. But X-Men 257, really cool first cover of Psylocke. And then 256, really cool where Psylocke becomes Lady Mandarin. Issue 234, really awesome cover there. These are all mid-grade, but I'm going to try to clean them, fix them up a little bit. Trial Magneto, issue 200. That was pretty cool. Nice, cool book here. This is awesome. Sabretooth and Wolverine cover, but the story is like a classic battle of the X-Men versus the Marauders, issue 222. So those were a couple of the keys that I pulled out. And then let's get to, I'm just trying to grab them here. There's a lot of X-Men. So let's just go real fast. Issue, starting with 198. That was the lowest in the run here. 199. Rachel Summers Phoenix. Issue 202. 203. 205. Awesome cover here. It's unfortunately in really rough shape, but I actually did clean and press this one already, and it looks much better. Let's see, 206. Also issue 207. Awesome Wolverine cover. I cleaned and pressed this one, so it looks much better, but it's got like 1,000 spine ticks. Let's see here. This is like a little minor key. Issue 208. 209. Issue 214. This is where Dazzler joins the X-Men, but this book is in really rough shape, unfortunately. 215, the first appearance of Stonewall, Super Saber, and Crimson Commando. Nothing crazy. 216. 218. 2 copies of 228. And 229, first team appearance of the Reavers. And first appearance of Tiger and Gateway. Pretty cool cover, though. All right, let me move these out of the way. Going into issue 230, 231, 233, 235, first appearance of Genosha. 236, another first appearance book. 237, 238. This was a nice find in here. This is issue 239. Awesome. Was this the first cover appearance and second full appearance of Mr. Sinister? It's probably like a 4.5 or 5.0, but maybe, I don't know, maybe a 6 if I'm being generous. It's got a bunch of spine ticks and little issues going on, but nice to find that book in there. Also this book here, which is a classic, 245. This is like homage cover to, what is it, the Invasion series from DC. It's also got like a bunch of other stuff. Yeah, parody issue. And then Jean Grey appears full frontal nude. Cameo appearances of Boba Fett, Yoda, Chewbacca, E.T. Alf, and the Xenomorph alien. So, pretty cool. And then a couple more run fillers, 246, 247. And this was nice to find in here, 248. First published X-Men artwork by Jim Lee. First printing. I just recently picked up the second printing of this book. It's probably another 5.0 or so, but, you know, cool to have that book. Issue 249, first appearance of Whiteout. Issue 250, first appearance of Worm. Awesome classic cover by Mark Silvestri with Wolverine up on the X there. Really cool. Issue 252, 253, 254. Skips up to 258, which is a pretty awesome cover, actually. And 259. Issue 260. Pretty cool looking cover. And then a random issue 295. So I didn't want to leave out this big stack of Conan the Barbarian magazines. They're really cool. There's some early issues here that don't have covers. So, you know, whatever. And then it starts the earliest issue with a cover. Let's see, where is it here? Issue 19, so that's kind of cool. And just the artwork is really cool on these. And then it jumps all the way up to 63. And it basically goes through the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, all the way up to like 150. Of course, skipping a handful of issues, but there are 55 of these Conan magazine books here. So, I mean, the artwork is just so awesome. We'll just kind of skip through real quick. I looked them up, and Key Collector does have some, you know, these issues listed, and I did not have any of the Key books, which, whatever, no big deal. Really cool artwork, though. But I do hope you enjoyed checking out everything that I picked up. It was a lot of fun going through this collection, and I hope you stuck around this video and got to see all the cool stuff that I just recently picked up. So I told you I'm going to discuss pricing. So let's get into that now. All right, so I got 55 of these Conan magazine books. And then as for comics, I got a total of 284 comics. That's a grand total of 339 different books. And I ended up paying for this entire collection $70. So I think that's pretty good for me, and also the person that was selling them just really didn't even care what they sold it for. Like I said, a lot of these books are in rough shape, so that means I paid 20 cents per book. I got a couple cool, minor keys and smaller key books, which are definitely worth, 10, 15, 20 bucks maybe. And then I got a couple other books that are like $3 to $5 books. And then a whole bunch of run filler stuff that I'll probably sell for like 50 cents or $1. So I think I'm pretty happy, 20 cents a book, a lot of interesting stuff, and just a great learning experience, and just a fun part of the hobby, going through all the stuff, pricing it out, figuring out what I want for my collection, what I don't need for my collection, and what I can resell, and just learning about these different books and runs and series that I don't normally look into. So, a lot of fun. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the notification bell, and as always, I'll see you on the next one.